Good morning. Welcome to We Are Quilters. My name is Lori. Today is Build a Block Wednesday. I am using this old EQ5 book that I picked up for $1 at a yard sale to get block ideas for simple blocks. This block also appears in other books. I'm not going to show it to you because the copyright says I can't show it to you. And so bear's paw. I've seen it in lots of places. And I have Nuggy's little toy bear here. Since I think he would like to help me. He's tough. Come on, Nug. Come on up. Come get the bear. Excuse me a second while I snag the dog and pick him up. Oh. Say hello to your adoring public. He's not very good at screens. He isn't. So, he's going to help me construct the bear paw today with his bear toy. Let's get on with it. Let's go. I have actually picked fabrics, most of the fabrics, for 2 bear paw blocks. I am using the leftover bonus triangles. I'm using strips from my box, and I'm using a 1.5 inch square from my box. Same here, but different colorway. I need to choose 4 2-inch blocks from 2.5 inch blocks from the box. So let me get the box. I know some of you like this, some of you don't. I did promise Marion that I wouldn't stop rooting around in fabrics. Like I said, I'm looking for 4. There's 3 of those. I need pink and purple. Sometimes things that are together get separated when I root around like this. I'm going to have to make some. Got lots of purples, but not. Do we have a winner? Nope, we do not. Might be for light colors instead of for actual. We have a winner for the purples. There are 4 of those. And let's see if we can find some pinks now. Those might work if I don't find anything else. I have been using a lot of pinks. They really need to be darker than that. I have been using a lot of pinks in making little quilts for my great niece Sadie. She loves pink. So this is pretty close in color. So I'm going to go with 4 of those. Let's set up the machine. This block is assembled in quadrants that are, so quadrant is 4 sections that are all the same. So the paws are pointing toward, no, that's not right. The paws are pointing that way and that way. And then the other set of claws point that way and that way. So, oh, I forgot my little squares right there. I'll be back in a moment. There we are. So, these are all 1.5 inch pieces. This is a 2.5 inch block. And these are 1.5 by 2.5, or 3.5, I'm sorry. And then there's a square in the middle that is 1.5. So let me do some speed piecing. I'm going to piece all 4 quadrants at the same time. And then I'll come back and add the sashing stones. So notice these two are opposite. You can't do all four the same direction. So I'm going to piece these sets of 4 and then these sets of 4. So let's get to piecing. As you can see, these two little units are together. I have pressed them open to reduce the bulk, and I'm going to place them in the block. I'm going to piece this as one row and a second row. Then I'll put those 2 rows together and I will add the sashing. And the last step will be to add the sashing across the whole bottom, or in between the middle of the block. So let's get to it. I like to press things so they go together nicely later. So in the center, I have pressed toward the bigger pieces. I'll set that aside. I have pressed the bear paw toward the plain squares. So I've pressed this one toward the plain square, and I have pressed this one toward the plain square. It'll make it go together better because seams will nest. Now, while I had these over at the ironing board, the part that I just added told me it wanted to be pressed toward the big square. So that is what I did. Let me finish assembling this little block with the sashings in the middle. It will be adorable. I've been watching Brenda at Mount Scrapmore, and I heard her say the other day that some people are requesting bigger blocks. So, because of arthritis issues, and I understand. So I also have the one made from 2.5-inch blocks. 2.5, 4.5. So that it's easier to construct this little bear's paw. I will put this one together very quickly on speed piece so you can see how it works together. Oh, I think I've cut that the wrong size. Yes, I have. It should be 6.5. Hang on. I'll get the right size of that piece, and I'll be back to speed piece. You can find cutting charts on my blog, wearequilters.com. Thanks for watching. See you on Friday. Oh, this is super scrappy. Take a look.